Hey there, it's so good to have you here. Whether you're in a relationship starting something new or still figuring out what love means to you, I want to thank you for taking the time to listen, because today we're going to talk about something small but powerful. You see, in the world of an attraction, everyone talks about the first kiss, the timing, the chemistry, the build of the butterflies. We obsess over whether it'll be perfect or awkward, whether it will mean something or not. But there's something nobody really talks about. It's not the kiss that leaves the deepest impact. It's what happens right after it. Tiny moment, those few seconds after your lips part. And that's where the real connection either begins or fades away. So today I want to show you what to do in that moment. Because if you get this right, he won't just remember the kiss. He'll think about you and carry your presence with him for life. Let's dive in. We often believe that the magic of a kiss lies in the kiss itself, the way it builds, the heat of the moment, the physical closeness. And yes, that's powerful. But what most people don't realize is that the most emotionally charged part of a kiss isn't when your lips are touching. It's the silence that follows right after. That brief pause, that heartbeat between the kiss and whatever comes next is where real connection can either deepen or be lost. When the kiss ends, don't rush to fill the space. Don't break eye contact. Don't pull away quickly. Don't make a joke to cut the tension. Just stay there. Let yourself exist fully in that tiny, intimate pause. Let your presence linger in your body, in your eyes, in your breath, because when you stay, you show something rarer. You're not just kissing for the thrill or the momentary validation. You're there for connection. You're not nervous to be seen. You're not racing back to your head, analyze what just happened. You're present, grounded, and open. And for a man, especially one who's used to kisses that fade into forgettable night, that presence will shake him. He'll feel it. He'll notice the quiet confidence in your stillness. There, he'll be struck by the way you don't need to fill the silence because you trust the moment itself. You trust him to feel it with you. Kind of energy doesn't scream attraction, embodies it. It's soft, secure, it's feminine power at its peak. And most importantly, it's unforgettable, because most people rush through physical intimacy thinking speed equals excitement. But intimacy isn't about speed, it's about presence. It's about allowing someone to feel you, even when you're not saying anything, especially when you're not saying anything. So the next time you kiss someone, especially someone who matters, don't end the moment with the kiss. Hold your hand, rest lightly on his chest, let your eyes stay with his. Breathe slowly, let the electricity settle, not scatter. Let him feel that being with you doesn't just feel exciting, it feels safe. And I promise you that moment, that stillness will echo in his mind far longer than the kiss itself. He may kiss other lips someday, but he'll remember how you stayed in the moment. He'll remember the way time felt suspended with you. And that feeling, that calm, deep, emotionally anchored presence, that's what makes a man feel you for life. After the kiss, words aren't always necessary. In fact, sometimes they're a distraction, because in that delicate moment, your energy speaks louder than anything you could say. That's where the power of touch comes in. And I'm not talking about seduction or initiating something physical. I'm talking about a meaningful touch, one that communicates emotion, presence, and connection. When the kiss ends, the moment you reach out with intention. Place your hand gently on his chest, his cheek, the back of his neck, wherever it feels natural, but make it deliberate. That simple touch, grounded in calm confidence, sends a message straight to his nervous system. You're safe. I'm here. I feel this too. Men, even those who seem tough or distant, are deeply affected by subtle emotional touch. Tells him that you're not rushing away, not unsure of yourself, and not regretting the intimacy you just shared. You're grounded, and you're giving him something no words could offer, the comfort of being felt, not just physically, but emotionally. This kind of touch isn't demanding. It doesn't ask for more. It doesn't come with pressure or expectation. It's soft, intentional, and fully present. And because of that, it cuts through the noise of performance-based affection and hits the heart of what people meant, especially more than they're admitting emotional safety and feminine reassurance. Most women don't realize that men often carry unspoken fears around emotional vulnerability. Even when they deeply desire connection, there's a quiet tension. Will I be misunderstood? Will this turn into something I can't control? Will she leave as quickly as she came? But your touch, calm, warm, still, tells him something rarer. You're not alone here. You're not being judged. This isn't about control. It's about connection. And that's what leaves a lasting impression, because while the kiss may steer attraction, it's what comes next that builds intimacy. It's your ability to follow physical closeness with emotional grounding that creates something unforgettable. You want him to keep thinking about you. Want him to feel something every time he remembers your presence. Then let your touch speak. Let it echo the emotion that was in the kiss. Let it be the reason he slows down, breathes deeper, and doesn't want to pull away. Because in that quiet, gentle gesture, that moment where hand rests against him without urgency or fear, you give him something rare in today's worlding, a moment of peace inside connection. And that is what makes him crave more than your kiss. He'll crave your presence, your touch, your energy. And long after the kiss is over, he'll be replaying the way your hand stayed and how it made him feel something he didn't expect, but desperately needed. There's a kind of eye contact that goes beyond attraction. It doesn't just say, I want you. It's, I see you. And right after a kiss, that's when it becomes its most powerful. That's the moment when the world is still a little quiet. that the body is still buzzing from the connection and emotions are suspended in the air. In that moment, if you dare to hold his gaze nervously, not anxiously, but softly and intentionally, you send a message far deeper than anything words could deliver. Most people look away. They break the eye contact to shield their own vulnerability, to hide how affected they were, or simply out of habit. But when you hold it, when you let your eyes stay with his just a little longer, you create a space, emotional intimacy that very few people ever reach. That kind of moment leaves a mark. It's not about staring him down or trying to be seductive. It's about staying connected even when the physical kiss is over. It's about letting him feel the emotional echo of what just happened. In that stillness, with your eyes gently locked into his, he will feel there's something deeper than chemistry. It feels seen. And that feeling, the feeling of being truly seen, of being emotionally met in a moment of vulnerability, is something most men don't experience often, even in long-term relationships. Your eyes tell him that you're not afraid to feel. They're not afraid to state you're not running from the intimacy you just created. And that quiet confidence is magnetic. It's unforgettable, because a woman who can hold space after the kiss without filling it with nervous chatter or insecurity shows a rare kind of feminine strength, one rooted in presence, not performance. 2 seconds of eye contact may feel small, but to him it will huge differently. It will replay in his mind long after the moment has passed. It might even confuse him, because won't know why such a simple look left such a deep impression. But that's the beauty of it. You don't need to explain it. You just need to let it happen. The silence between two people who are emotionally attuned can be more intimate than 1,000 conversations. So the next time you share a kiss that matters, when your heart is racing and you want to look away, don't stay. Look into his eyes calmly. Let him see you. Let him feel you. And in doing so, you'll create a moment that pierces straight through the noise of everyday affection and plants itself in his memory. Not because you said the perfect thing, but because you didn't say anything at all. And that quiet, in that vulnerable, powerful gazip felt you. For real, not every moment needs words, but sometimes the right words said at the right time can take an already intimate moment and make it unforgettable. Right after the kiss, when everything is still and your energy is grounded, you have an opportunity to say something that seals the emotion in a lasting way. And here's the key: it doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, it shouldn't be. This isn't a time for rehearsed lines or some clever comeback. What he'll remember most is that you were present enough and comfortable enough to say something real. It could be something sincere, like "that felt really gore. I've been thinking about that all day." Maybe even something playful, like "took you long enough," with a soft smile. What matters isn't what you say. It's that it's authentic. It's something you would say in your way. It gives the moment flavor, a signature that's uniquely you. And that's what makes it stay in his memory. Think about it. He's just kissed you. His heart rate is probably up. He's feeling things. There's a cocktail of attraction, excitement, maybe even nervousness swirling in the air. So when you say something, anything that reflects how you feel, you instantly help him feel closer to you emotionally. You let him know that the moment meant something, that you're not emotionally disconnected or just going through the motions. You're in it too. This isn't about being overly vulnerable or dramatic. It's about being present, playful, warm. The goal is to let your energy continue flowing instead of breaking the connection. The right words can turn a physical moment into an emotionally anchor one, something that he'll smile about long after you've both gone your separate ways. Something he'll think about when he's lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, remembering the way you looked at him and the way your words made him feel safe, seen, wanted. And if you're not the type to say something out loud, that's okay too. Even a quiet whisper, soft laugh, or a one-word comment like "wow" can do the trick. As long as it's honest, it's powerful. Remember, men don't remember the perfect kiss. They remember the feeling that followed. And sometimes that feeling is locked in by just a few sincere or playful words, spoken when your energy is still comms connected, still close. So say something that's you, that reflects your humor, your softness, your confidence. Say it without fear, without trying too hard. Say like you're not afraid to be felt. And in doing so, you won't just be another kiss in his memory. You'll be the moment that stuck, the one that made him feel some deeper, long after your lips parted. In the end, kiss is just one part of the experience. What does he feel when it's over? Because attraction fades. Chemistry alone isn't enough. And performance might impress for a moment, but it doesn't stay. What does emotion, presence, energy? What truly lingers with someone after a kiss isn't the kiss itself. It's the feeling you leave behind. And that's where most people go wrong. They try to perform. They think, how can I keep his attention? How can I stay excited? But love isn't built on excitement. It's built on depth. So instead of thinking, how do I keep the spark going? I think that what feeling am I leaving him with? That feeling is your signature. It's who he'll come back to in quiet moments. It's what he'll compare other women to and not even realize it. A woman who leaves a man with a confident, emotionally connected energy is unforgettable. Not because she did anything dramatic or flashy, because she made him feel safe to be himself, safe to feel, safe to care. When you're in that post-kiss moment and you've stayed, you've touched him, maybe whispered something playful, don't feel like you need to keep the mood going or act like someone you're not. You don't need to be overly seductive or funny or cool. You just need slowly be still, let the space remain intimate, let him feel that you're not afraid of silence, you're not afraid of feeling. That's what shakes men. That's what reaches a part of them they didn't even know was waiting for that connection. And he may not be able to explain it, but he'll feel it. He'll feel it later that night when he's alone and your presence still lingers. He'll feel it days later when he hears a song or smells your perfume or sees your smile in his mind and gets hit by that same emotional current, because you didn't just give him a kiss, you gave him a feeling. And feelings are what last. In a world full of people performing, trying to impress, trying to be sexy, trying to be liked, be the person who's just present. Be the woman who knows her worth, who connects with intention, who kisses with feeling and walks away knowing that she doesn't need to perform to be unforgettable. She just needs to show up as she is, calm, real, grounded, open. That's what makes a man come back. That's what makes a man feel like he didn't just share a moment, he shared something meaningful. So don't chase the performance, chase the presence. Leave him with the kind of feeling that echoes in silence. And I promise you, long after he gets the words you said, the place you kissed, or even what came next, he'll remember the way you made him feel. So what really stays with someone after a kiss, not just the kiss itself, not the intensity, not even the moment, it's the feeling you leave behind. Because in a world full of rushed emotions, games, and people trying to impress, the deepest connection comes from the one who's not trying at all. She's simply there, present, open, confident in her softness, grounded in her energy. When you hold the moment, when your touch speaks without words, when you keep your eyes on his just a little longer, when you say something real or playful, and most of all, when you leave him with a feeling, not a performance, you create something unforgettable. You go from being just a kiss to becoming a memory that lives in his nervous system. You become the one he thinks about unexpectedly, the one who made him feel calm, desired, and deeply connected, all in a matter of seconds. That's not just chemistry, that's emotional imprinting. And the woman who can leave that kind of isn't just remembered, she's felt long after the moment is over. So the next time you kiss someone you truly care about, don't just kiss him and pull away. Stay or connect, be still, be real, and let him feel you in a way he won't be able to shake, not just for the night, but for life.